Right, welcome back to the channel. Start of a brand new series. It's called 5 Years or Bust. Give myself 5 years to make it to the main tour. Clutch Tour Tier 2, first event of the year, 18 events coming up. Let's take you through the week. Right, we're just leaving Gordano. It is absolute mayhem today. It's bank holiday Monday, so everyone's traveling around. And this is probably the furthest tournament for me to travel, so not really ideal with the timing. That's already a massive crash in the M4, so just using ways to get me around that. Yeah, it's 2:30 now. It's not a good journey. Took a long time. I'm gonna have to go out for a practice round. Gonna have to do a bit of stretching, get the hips moving, and then get out for a practice round. I'm not sure if there's yardage books. I don't really know much yet, so we're gonna go and find out. It's a bit of an adventure this week. And you're coming along. You're coming along for the ride. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Yeah.
More into than anything into.
It's off the right now, isn't it? Yeah.
Move that.
So displayed the front 9. I'm just on the back 9, just walking it, just having a look at the pin locations and seeing if there's any areas that you can't miss. I'm going to go over a bit of the strategy for tomorrow when we get back. I played a Chamiga event here when it was like midsummer, and we had a drought, and the course is bone dry. The greens were really quick, and it couldn't be further from that. It's pretty soft, and the greens, I think they may be struggling with the greens a bit because coming out of the winter, we had a pretty bad winter, very wet. I think a lot of places will be struggling with the greens, so not going to be quite as quick. God, I'm in Luton. I'm in Luton city centre. Pulled up to the Luton Lidl. See how this goes. I literally felt safer in the centre of Joburg. Right, now we've got to find the Airbnb. Right, apologies if the lights are like strobing, but here's a little tour of the room. Don't want to be too loud. Lovely artwork. Here's the room, bed, ananas, and the clubs that need cleaning. I'm going to keep this quite short and sweet. It's like 9 o'clock, just before I go to bed. When I was out on the golf course today, what I'd do each tee, I'd get Google Earth up, put out to say like 300 yards landing zone, which is sort of like how far I'm flying at the moment. Get how wide it is, get the lines. I pretty much go through that process on every hole that I need to. And then once I've done that, got good starting lines for tee shots. The rest of it is just checking around green areas, seeing if there's any bad spots that I don't want to hit it, and then hitting some chips, hitting some putts. So yeah, we're going to check in the morning, first thing, and I'm going to talk about some of the main focuses I've got for this week. Playing Luton fucking who? Luton who are you, sir? Do you know what I mean? I had a pretty good sleep, and I've got a few things that I want to focus on today. And the plan of action today is to hit as many greens as possible, even if that means having a slightly longer putt, and then just really focusing on pace control and just trying to avoid 3 putts at all costs. Because yeah, 3-footers are not going to be much fun. That's the plan. Hit as many greens as possible, just try and dead weight putts. just looking for a driving range locally, going to Redbourne. And here we are, John. It's Redbourne Golf Club and driving range. One thing I'm trying to do this year is not get overly technical and just sort of play golf with a bit more freedom. But what I've learned today is if I'm just trying to swing it completely natural, my tendencies are to get inside, get a bit stuck, and then I'm in a position where a lot of timing is required in order to hit good golf shots because my inside's stuck. I just don't think, I know it's like a whole like play, draw, whatever, don't try and play a cut, all this stuff, but when I just try and play my draw, my golf swing's not in a great place when I try and play a draw because I get quite stuck. Like this swing here. So for starters, the club's getting a bit inside early and then it's going up and laid off and then I'm like stuck behind me. And what I found today, my good swings would be where I literally have to swing it so slow on the golf course in order to time it. If I swing slightly quick, I get stuck, hit a block, or I get stuck, stop and hit a quick hook. So just a few swings here where I'm just trying to feel, like, so simple this is, but with this swing I'm just trying to feel fade. So just feel like I'm just trying to almost like, yeah, take the club outside of it and cut across it and just hold the face. And the positions are so much better. The club stays out in front of me, and that's like the biggest problem I have is when the club gets behind me and then a lot of timing is required. If I can get the club in front of me, it's just so much easier. And like I said, I'm not trying to get too technical this year, but this is quite a simple thing. Just think fade, and the positions are so much better. So we're going to take it to tomorrow and see how the ball striking is. Now, to go through today's round, I'm not going to go into too much detail. I was 2 over after a few drops after 6 holes, and then on 7, the par 5 dogleg left, hit decent drive over the corner, hit it to back of the green, chipped it up, hold the putt for birdie to get back to 1 over. And then this is like so frustrating. On the 17th, which was my 8th for the day, hit a drive over the trees, and there's like trees like blocking the fairway. It's a bit of a strange hole. Had 200 yards into a par 5 and made a double because I got stuck, like really stuck, and hit this like awful thing out right, just right at the green, and we lost it under the tree. And then from there, made double, so I'm 3 over. And then on the back 9, I had quite a few birdie putts from inside, sort of like 15 foot. But the way the greens are, if you don't knock it to within inside a foot, literally, then you can miss it. And I actually missed a putt from a foot for par, which was a completely straight putt, and I've hit it straight, and it's jumped from a foot and missed. It didn't even hit the hole, missed like a cup right. I don't know, everyone's going to be in that situation today. Everyone's going to be, and there's a lot of people in the same boat. So I'm not saying, you know, I'm a long way back because of that. It's obviously because I played a bit shit. A lot can change in a day, and I'm just trying to like gather things at the start of the year, just trying to work out what works, what doesn't work, and apply it to the next tournament. So we're going to go out tomorrow with the cart, just thinking of the cart, basically aim down the left, swing left, and yeah, I think it puts me in a much better position. Hopefully we can report a better round at the end of tomorrow. Bit of Harpenden. This actually seems quite nice, to be fair. You should see the cider that they sell in there. Ciao, Luton. Ciao, ciao. It's a beautiful sound. Yeah, enjoy my stay here. Nice little Airbnb. Ideal because you can cook yourself. And the area was absolutely fine in the end, so don't know what everyone was worried about. Off to the golf course. We need a low one today. Plan is to go with what we said yesterday. Just feeling a bit cutty, no swing thoughts, just literally aiming down the left and just feeling a bit fadey, bit holdy offy, a bit more outside, just the fade feels. And hopefully we can hold some putts. Probably need to shoot about 6 under to get in the money today, so done it before, try and do it again. it as quick as possible. So I'm going to drive to a services, Subway, Starbucks, and we'll do a little recap of the tournament of the round. Good fun. Right, so to summarise today's round and the tournament, you know, like when you moan about a round of golf and you moan about, oh, on 4 I bloody missed this putt or hit this chip and whatever, and you like moan to your mates about your round. I feel like I've earned 1 credit for a moan. I don't do this much. I'm going to have a little moan today because I feel like it could have been a lot better. The swing stuff today, so I said I was going to go feel like, you know, a bit cutty. It feels like a bit like shorter, fadey feels. I hit it so much better today. The difference is when I'm swinging like this, when I'm thinking shorter, fade, the hands stay out in front, the club's just in front of my body, my bad swings are like way less destructive. When I'm swinging and I'm hitting my draw and I get stuck and flippy, the bad shots can be big blocks or quick hooks and you just never know what's going to come out. So for me, this worked so well today, and we're going to build on that for the rest of the season now. Obviously starting off 5 over after a poor round yesterday, knew I needed to probably shoot around 5-6 under to get in the money. Start off on 10, made fairly easy par, birdied the next to par 5, then made another par on 3, and then on the downhill par 3, which is playing about 245 yards, didn't hit a very good approach shot, hit it out right, and I was faced with like a really tough up and down. And I'm actually gaining quite a lot of confidence with my short game, which is literally a first. So knocked it to 5 foot, hold it. So really happy with that. On the next green, par 4, knocked it on in 2, and then a three whacked that to go back to 1 over. Next I was a par 3. Hit it to the middle of the green, hold it from 35 foot up the hill to get back to 1 under. On the next hole, par 5, it's dog leg left. Hit a decent tee shot over the trees. Hit it around the green, but in a shitty lie. Then didn't hit a very good pitch, left myself like short-sided just off the green, and then chipped in for birdie. So I'm thinking, right, 2 under, off to a good start. 17 is another par 5 where you got like trees in the middle of the fairway. I've hit my tee shot in a really good spot. I had 215 to get it back there. Hit 5-iron just right at the green, and this was just a bit frustrating. So around some of the greens, because they're still struggling a bit probably from like the drought last year. We had like last summer, big drought in the UK, and some of the courses haven't quite recovered, because then you go into winter and it rains, so you don't get a chance to really, you know, repair the damage that was done by the drought. So there was quite a few like dead patches around the greens, and I found myself like just off the green, but in a hole, like with a dead patch, but with thick rough around it. And then yeah, just all I could do was hit like a belly wedge, knocked it to 5 foot, missed it, which is frustrating. Same sort of thing happened on 18. Hit it just right at the green, was in a dead patch, but made up and down. And then onto the back 9, parred 1. On 2, made birdie, hit it to like 7 foot on 3, missed it, then made a really good par on the par 3. And then hole 5, I hope I'm not boring you here, because I feel like self-conscious doing this, because I've worked in a pro shop before and I've had members coming in and they've told me they've done this, literally told me their whole round. Hole 5 is a par 4 up the hill. It's back into wind, into out the left. Hit a decent tee shot up the middle. I've got 130. I throw the grass up. Wind's blowing in out the left. Not even blowing that hard, but it's in out the left. So I'm like, right, I don't really want to baby a wedge, so I'm just going to play like a 135 number with 48. I've hit it. As soon as I've hit it, I've just got this gust of wind straight in the face. It's switched, gone straight back at me. It's spun up, ballooned, and it's ended up 5 yards short of the green, and the pin was like 13 on, so knocked it to 7 foot, lipped out for par. Birdied the next. Then on the next par 3, which was 166, playing slightly down and down off of the right, hit 9-iron, which is like a 160 number. As soon as I've hit it, the wind's just gone, just literally just disappeared. It's landed on the front, ripped back off, still made par on the par 5, and then on the last, just to top it off, hit my second shot just short of the green, par 4, and then I was in some like questionable bit of ground, so I putted, knocked it up to like 8 foot, and then this putt I've hit really well, and last minute it's just hit something and just jumped and missed the hole. So ended up with 2 under par,
from where we stand, let's have a little look, because I'm not exactly sure where I am. I knew it probably needed to be like 5, 6, and I know we can all say this, but I felt like I hit it well enough today to have comfortably shot that score if I've just got a tad bit more lucky. The money's top 30. Yeah, it's looking tied 28th is 1 under at the moment, so I was probably right. Probably needed to shoot 6. But yeah, we got it back in the right direction from 90th back to when I finished 3, so tied 56. So not the best week, but definitely found some stuff in the swing. This little cut's working a lot better. Got Royal Ascot next week. Really nice track. Just want to say, Clutch Tour, really well run event. Have to get that in there because I've not really talked about that, but really well run. On arrival, got like towels and loads of bits and bobs, so really good from them guys. They had like 3 referees, water, bananas, like everything is there, so it's really well run. And looking forward to Royal Ascot next week, which I've played before a few times. We shall be back with this vlog next week. Course vlogs coming up. I hope you've enjoyed this first episode, 5 years or bust. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the road again next week. Cheers, guys.